All right, look, so we got a quick side note here. And we got to jump into the side note because, there's some teams. I try and call out the fraudulent teams. I try and call out the teams who are doing well and the teams who we should keep an eye on. But this is one of the teams, everybody's got their eye on them. But, I really think they're fraudulent. They got some star power over there. They had a high draft pick and Jaden Daniels. He's been playing fairly solid so far this season. And of course, the Texans are sitting at 7-3, second in the NFC East. They look pretty dominant when you're just watching NFL Red Zone and when you're just looking at the statistics of what they're doing. They look like a badass team, but in reality, this team is subpar as hell and nobody else is going to admit it. Nobody is going to say it. That is why I'm here to let you know. The Washington Commanders is not like that. I'm going to just say it, bro. They're not like that. When you look at the schedule of the teams this club has played, they have not beaten anyone over 500. And every time they've played some competition, they've lost. They lost to the Buccaneers, which is a solid team. They have a lot of injuries right now, but still we know they're a solid team. They lost to the Baltimore Ravens, who's a solid team. Couldn't get it done against another 500 team. And then we seen Sunday night. Played the Pittsburgh Steelers. Could not get it done. I know it came down to the wire. I know it was a close game, but ultimately that's another L against a team that's above 500. Even if you look at the games that they won with the Commanders, a win is a win in the NFL. Any win is tough to come by, no matter how good the competition is, no matter how bad the competition is. A win is a win. It's huge. So don't get me wrong, but they ain't never played none of these teams that we talk about on a weekly basis that are actually good. We're looking at the Giants, a struggling Bengals when they were still early on in the season trying to figure stuff out. I guarantee if they went ahead and played the Bengals again, the Bengals would go ahead and put the belt to behind. I'm telling you they would. They played the Panthers, put up 40 on the Panthers. The Bears, they beat the Bears. The Browns, who were struggling early on. Like all of these wins, they're good wins. I understand it because a win is a win in the NFL. You got to accept it. But bro, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not talk about how the Commanders are about to go on a deep playoff run. Let's not talk about how the Commanders are the best team in the NFC. Let's not get ahead of ourselves because in reality, we're seeing teams go toe-to-toe with each other, but the Commanders are not one of those teams that's beating teams above 500. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna keep it there. We gonna see what they continue to do. They play the Eagles next week. Eagles are above 500. So we'll see what happens. Because I think the Eagles gonna come out and hand it to them. The game is gonna be in Philly when they play. Obviously, we know the weapons that the Commanders have. It'll be a great game. It'll be fun to watch. We'll see Jaden Daniels make some good throws, some good plays, and we'll see the teams go toe-to-toe. But in terms of closing out the game, no, I think the Eagles going to end up winning that. Jalen Hurts been playing very good lately. He's been limiting his turnovers, limiting his interceptions, limiting his fumbles, all of that stuff. And when they are limiting turnovers, the Philadelphia Eagles, that's a solid team. So I think the Eagles will end up winning next week, but you got to keep an eye on the Commanders because I'm telling you, media is going to paint the picture. Oh, Jaden Daniels got this team at 7-3. They beating everybody. This team is super talented. Which they are talented, but they're not about to cause damage in the playoffs. I doubt it. I don't think a rookie quarterback is going to really hand it to the other guys in the NFC like that. Pause. But hey, man, hey, that's where I am with the Commanders. I'll leave it right there. Anyway, look, if you heard something you agree with, you disagree with, or you like, or you dislike, or you just want to talk about whatever we're talking about up here, go ahead, shoot me a quick take. 219-413-9405. And of course, we'll play your take back on our next episode. We do have a voicemail call though, so of course I gotta bring that up. Let me go ahead and just play the voicemail, and this is a solid one. So I dropped a clip. I was talking about the Bears, which we're about to talk about in just a second, so I'll really elaborate on everything in just a moment. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll go to the voicemail and then go to the news and talk about the Bears as well. But anyway, look, so we'll be right back. It's halftime. We got some news coming up in just a sec.